Thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. We got to hit Bitcoin. Bitcoin and other cryptos stabilizing a bit after a wild week and weekend of FTX headlines. There are many losers in the FTX downfall, of course, but our next guest sees a clear winner. Cowen, Stephen Glagola joins us now. He just reiterated a bull case for Coinbase. Market, Stephen, is not taking this as a bullish sign for Coinbase. Why do you disagree?
Yeah, so, last week was a week that will live in infamy for the crypto markets for some time. I think we put out a note today just trying to gauge some early read-throughs of, how the FTX bankruptcy impacted, broader centralized exchanges across the market. And what we saw is that, Coinbase has taken some early share along with some other regulatory compliant players in the United States like Gemini and Kraken. I think when you look at that in contrast to some of the global players that are less transparent, that, similar to sort of, I'm not going to say they're FTXs, but, offshore, operating less, regulatory compliance, their volumes declined prior to the turmoil that we saw with FTX. So just some early read-throughs there. And, again, I think, our view is that investors underappreciate that Coinbase is the most regulatory compliant, secure, and transparent crypto platform globally. And we think that was legitimized to a certain extent last week.
But isn't it overshadowed by the fact that there's a huge trust problem right now in the entire ecosystem? Even if they're able to pick up some market share from FTX, I think that there's a real rethink of crypto, given how prominent and institutionalized in a way FTX was.
You're exactly right. And look, this doesn't necessarily imply, 3 days of market share data doesn't necessarily imply that, Coinbase is going to, grow volumes this quarter. I think that the broader crypto drawdown is going to weigh on the transaction revenues there. But, I would say we do see some positive catalysts on the horizon. One being, derivatives business and them getting regulated in that regard, and the potential for regulatory clarity as a catalyst off this, and helping that to bring liquidity back into the United States. I think investors have to remember that the vast majority of liquidity in these crypto markets is happening offshore, and that trading volume. So any extent that that can get brought back onshore, I think that will be a benefit to Coinbase longer term. Also, I think the business's liquidity and expense management remains sound in this environment. $5.6 billion liquidity on the balance sheet ending last quarter. They just did another round of layoffs, the other week.
Yeah, they just announced
I think that just, highlights that they're continuing to be prudent in this environment, and they're executing on product in a multi-year downturn.
No, we've got to leave it there. I got to wrap up. We got to go to the bell. But, Stephen, it's an interesting, provocative theory, and we hope to talk to you about it again. Stephen Glagola from Cowen.